The following is a Just Green production brought to you by the Might Be News Network.
Hello, everyone. It's the week of November 19th, 2018. My name is Taylor Cooper, and this might be news to you. What up, everybody? Get at us on mbnnetwork.com. I got news for you. We're everywhere now. Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iTunes Podcasts, of course, SoundCloud. With me, as always, co-host Kev. What up, co-host Kev?
What up?
What up, co-host Danny?
What's up?
Everybody's here. Everybody's in the building. It's week 13. We're wilding out. It's Thanksgiving week. I'm going to tell you right now, Novak and Franz, you're not going to want to miss it this week. We got Chris Rabb on there from Jackass, Viva La Bam, the CKY videos, all that stuff. Great episode. Absolutely wonderful. We got a full week here at MBN Network. Thanksgiving time.
I love Thanksgiving.
What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving?
Eating food.
Like, I mean, do you guys do it at your place or?
No, we'll go over to family.
Okay.
Yep.
Danny?
We split. We go to my parents' house the first part of Thanksgiving, and then the second part we go to Allison's parents' house.
Okay.
And then I'll deep fry a turkey at her parents' house.
Very cool.
My
Very
famous
cool.
deep fried turkey.
That's awesome. We're going over to Jackie's parents. My brother Nathan will come down. He'll be here Wednesday night and spend the weekend with us, which is great. I love this time of year. Football all the time. College football is on all the time. College football is on all the time. NFL's got a great, week this week. Tons of games on Thursday, and then obviously the rest of them this weekend. But it's just like it's such a cool time to just chill, eat, be warm inside. It's fucking gross out. We got dumped on this past week.
Yeah. I mean, not only the whole Thanksgiving thing, but you got 3 of your 4 major sports teams that are playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Eagles are playing.
Yep.
The Flyers are playing, and the 76ers are all playing.
Yep.
You want to talk about getting dumped on this week? You really want to talk about getting dumped on this week? What was that we got snowed?
It was Thursday.
I am on my way into New Jersey Thursday. Amy calls me. She's like, it's snowing. I said, okay. She's like, it's snowing pretty hard. You should probably come home. I said, I'll be good. The closer I get to the beach, it'll stop snowing. I'll be good. So I'm thinking to myself, let me call Dan. Let me call Dan and
Dan
ask
the weatherman.
what's going on. So I called Dan. He's like, the ground's too warm. You shouldn't have a problem. Fucking 20 minutes later, I find myself going 15 miles an hour down the fucking highway.
Yeah.
And I dropped somebody off in Philadelphia and at like 1:30, 2 o'clock, and I didn't see my house until 5:30 that night.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, so that was a huge disaster with everybody. I mean, did you see any plow trucks out there?
See, Danny's not PennDOT,
One.
so I'm not mad at Danny at all, or at Danny at all. I'm mad at PennDOT. They didn't do a damn thing. They didn't do a damn thing.
So
Nothing.
here's what happened. It is early November. The ground is still warm, and we were supposed to start off with rain first. So that would have washed all the brine off the road if they did brine the road. The cold air stayed around a lot longer than expected, and we got some heavy bands of snow. We were only supposed to get a coating to an inch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got
like
6.
Yeah.
I thought it was like 4.
In Glenmore,
in some places it's 6.
Glenmore
Up
got
to
6.
Yeah.
Reading and Allentown got 8.5.
Holy shit.
I mean, this caught everybody off guard. We have
Bro.
a guy at work. He works in Coatesville, and he lives in Phoenixville. It took him 6 hours to get home.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's people that their kids didn't get home from school until after 6 at night.
There was a New Jersey school where the kids actually had to
Stayed
spend
in
the
school.
night.
Yeah.
They
Yep.
spent the night at the school. It was so bad. It caught everybody off guard.
It's nuts.
Everybody.
Like the way my job goes is that you go with the school district that you're in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you look online and school's closed for the day, it's a non-mandatory day.
That's kind of cool.
If they have, I mean, they're not going to pay you for it, but you're not going to get penalized for not being there.
Yeah.
And then also if you're there and you see that they're getting like out early, like a 2-hour early dismissal, you can do that as well without being penalized for it. So I saw it that we got a 2-hour early dismissal, and I wasn't really going to leave because it didn't look that bad. And then all of a sudden I go outside and it's like downpouring snow and the road's covered. I'm like, all right, well, I'm out. And I left. And I was totally expecting Route 100 to be okay because we pay taxes. And it's not.
Nothing was
dude,
okay.
Nothing.
You have a straight shot home.
Straight shot. Thank God for me, it's no hills, I don't even have to turn. I mean, I just have to turn into my development, but that's literally it. And like, but dude, it was horrendous. And of course, like you see, there's still people out there flying around. And I'm just like, you fucking assholes. I just plopped down into second gear. I'm just chilling, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling.
These idiots riding around, and because they got 4-wheel drive does not mean you have 4-wheel stop.
Yeah,
come on,
for real.
Well, there's a difference between driving through snow and then driving through ice.
Yeah,
right.
Because that snow did initially melt when it hit the ground, and then it froze. So you had solid ice underneath all this snow.
Yeah,
right.
And it was just, there were so many accidents, so many.
We drove out to Philly the next day, and it was just abandoned cars everywhere.
Yeah.
Like everywhere on the side of the road and snow drifts. Like, and then at that point, the road was dry or it was like just wet.
Yeah.
You know, it was fine. But like abandoned cars just everywhere.
I got
Nuts.
done. I got done work at 2 on Thursday. I was finally able to leave at 6, and the bypass was clear at that time. There was no snow; it was just wet.
Yeah.
But the secondary roads, they were still completely snow covered.
That was horrible.
Yeah, it was
horrible.
bad. You usually never see that much snow as the first snow of the year.
I was fucking mad.
Yeah,
I was fucking mad. Like, yo, even in here, like they're supposed to plow in my development. Nothing until like the next day. I'm like, what are you doing?
I felt like shit.
And it's like there's no plowing, but then that's fine. But there's no salt. Because you're not out here salting shit.
Get out there with your shaker, bro.
Bro, I don't give a damn if we were only supposed to get a dusting. My phone said snow on Thursday, on Monday. Like, I knew the shit was coming. If I know the shit's coming, how don't you know the shit is coming? Fuck.
I really did feel like an ass.
Not you.
After I hung up with Kev.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and like an hour goes by, and my phone starts blowing up with these accidents everywhere.
He says the ground's too warm. You shouldn't have anything to worry about. As I'm heading further into Jersey,
you know what? It was supposed to be slush, and
Yeah.
then I'm looking, and I start checking out the radar, and then the future radar, and I'm like, "Fuck, dude, this is gonna get bad." So I called him, and I was like, "Yeah, I might want to go home."
Tell you something. I saw your Facebook post. You're very apologetic to these people. You don't owe these people a damn thing, Danny. You're not an actual meteorologist, okay? Kev's mad at you for being in traffic for 8 hours. That's Kev's fault for being out in whiteout conditions. All right? You don't call somebody that isn't actually a meteorologist.
What am I supposed to call Hurricane Schwartz?
Fucking turn on the AM radio and get the goddamn weather report for somebody.
What is that good does that do me when I'm halfway through Jersey?
Well, look it up on your phone or something.
While I'm driving.
I have more people
Yes.
than just Kev call me for the weather.
I'm sure you do.
I told a few people it's not going to be that bad.
Hey, listen, it's
And then
fine.
later sent them a message like, I fucked up.
No, what I'm saying is it's fine for you to call him, but it's your fault if you're mad at him. You know what I'm saying? You don't know these people a damn thing, Danny. I'm on your side.
Thank you.
I'm on your side. Kev.
You're on my side?
No,
Thanks.
not you. I'm pointing at you because I'm about to tell you to go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. You got some good news?
I got a lot of good news.
Here we go.
Hey, did you hear the news?
This better be good.
You want the good news or the bad news?
Give me the good stuff.
All right, Danny, week 13. What do you got?
All right, my first story is coming out of Paradise, California. They've been all over the news with those horrible wildfires out there. This guy lives out in Paradise, and he posted this photo on Instagram of his Toyota Tundra.
I saw this.
Yeah, so he was evacuating because literally the entire town was on fire. So he was able to get out with his truck and decided he was going to turn around, drive back in through the wildfires, and rescue more people. Well, after he was done, he took photos of his truck. The entire sides of his truck are basically burned to a crisp.
The lights are melted.
The headlights were melted. The covers on the inside of the wheels were all melted. So we posted this photo on Instagram and said, here's my Toyota USA commercial. This truck literally saved my life today. My little town of Paradise was literally burning down around me. And he calls his truck the Panda. Got me to safety where I could help others. So he made a few trips back and forth, pulling people out of this town without skipping a beat. Toyota USA, official blue check mark and everything, said, we are humbled you'd risk your life in the Toyota Tundra to drive people to safety. Don't worry about your truck. We're honored to get you a new one.
Wow.
They didn't
So
miss
cool.
a beat. They
Wow.
stepped up. So I started doing some research. I started digging into this. So not only Toyota is stepping up, but all these local, well-known, famous body shops are stepping in saying, hey, once you get your truck, we're going to take it and we're going to put a lift on it. We're going to put tires on it. We're going to put a tonneau cover on it. And there's so many different shops that are stepping up and helping this guy out, which I thought was pretty fucking cool.
That's really excellent.
My next story is coming out of, actually, it's nationwide. Chick-fil-A is now offering delivery.
Yeah, buddy.
What?
Game changer.
Wow.
So there's this app. I was actually going to
Good
use
news.
this app as my late review. It's called DoorDash. And you can go on to this app and you can order McDonald's, Wendy's, anything in the area. It's like an Uber, but for delivery. And Chick-fil-A is now on that list where you can order Chick-fil-A delivery.
Wow.
Next story is coming out of Colorado.
Except on Sunday.
Except on Sunday.
Yeah.
Next story is coming out of Colorado. Marijuana sales in Colorado have exceeded $1 billion as of August of this year, with tax revenue from those sales coming in at $200 million.
Incredible.
So they are actually on pace to break last year's record of more than $1.5 billion in sales. Crazy stuff. I have another story that is coming out of Arizona. Have you guys ever heard of the code word when you were a younger kid?
Code word.
So my parents had a code word set up with me and my brothers. If for some reason somebody had to pick us up from school or a birthday party that we didn't know, we had a code word. So if this Joe Schmo came up, hey, you know, something happened at home, your parents sent me to pick you up, I'd say, all right, well, what's the code word?
Yeah.
And if they didn't know the code word, couldn't get in the car with them.
Right.
So this mom,
That's smart.
yeah, this mom out in Arizona decided she was going to teach her daughter the code word game because she had just read a story where there was a little girl that was saved because of the code word. A few weeks later, this little girl's walking down the street and a van pulls up next to her. It says, hey, something happened at home. I'm going to give you a ride to go see your brother. And the little girl said, what's the code word? Guy, argued with her a few times. Hey, just get in a van. Didn't know the code word. So he left. She saw this on the news, taught her little girl, and 2 weeks later, this code word saved her daughter from getting in that van with that guy.
That's crazy.
Wow. So I thought that was pretty wild.
Very,
And
very dope.
my last story is coming out of Kennett Square, Chester County. During the evening of November 7th, in the heart of downtown Kennett Square, a man endured a frightening experience. He found a friend in her car, and she looked like she was dead. The man immediately called 911, the first step in the chain of survival. There's this new app that's out. It's called Pulse Point. It's used by a lot of firefighters. It was bought by the Chester County Department of Emergency Services. And what it does is every single fire call, ambulance call, anything in Chester County or surrounding areas is logged on this app real time. So as soon as somebody calls 911 and that information is entered into the system, it goes on to this app. And this app has a feature where if I'm a firefighter, I'm trained in CPR and AED, I can have the app set up where if 10 houses down the street from me, somebody has a heart attack and they call 911, it'll send an alert to my phone that somebody needs CPR nearby. And these firefighters were out to dinner in Kennett Square when they got an alert that across the street, somebody was suffering from a heart attack. Because of that app, they were on scene before the police department was even there, and they saved this girl's life.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So this is a brand new app. It's been out for, I won't even say a year now,
Yeah, I never heard of it.
but it's already been credited with saving a life because of that one little feature that'll send qualified people with AED and CPR training a message that, hey, somebody nearby needs help.
Wow.
I use this app all the time, and
That's
it's
pretty incredible.
really awesome.
That's crazy. Very good.
So that's my good news for this week.
Very good. I have some not so good news to follow. You already mentioned the wildfires, California.
Yep.
I just wanted to run down some recently released statistics. So there's two major fires going on in California right now. The Camp Fire and the Woolsey Fire. The Camp Fire is in Northern California, Butte County, and the Woolsey Fire is Southern California, Los Angeles County, Ventura County. Okay. The first group of statistics I'm going to read is only for the Camp Fire. Okay. 149,000 acres burned. I have no idea what that looks like. I have
A lot.
no idea how to even comprehend that number. It's only 55% contained at this point.
Which is nothing. It's nothing.
76 fatalities so far confirmed. 1,276 people missing. And so far, 12,794 structures destroyed, including homes.
Have you been seeing the aerial footage?
It's absolutely horrible.
I posted a link on the Might Be News Network Facebook page, and I say it all the time. I'm a firefighter. I've been in many house fires before. I've never seen a house literally turn to dust, and there's
Dust.
nothing left.
There's nothing there.
That fire
There's nothing there.
had to be so incredibly hot where it just disintegrates everything.
Everything. The drone footage and the aerial footage, like they go over top of neighborhoods, and you can see the outlines of where the houses were.
Yep.
Yeah, because of the
There's,
basements
but
and
there's
shit.
nothing. There's nothing there.
That's crazy.
There's nothing
It's
there.
so eerie.
And the
Did the insurance company have the money to help these people out?
I have no idea.
There's a lot of famous people that are stepping up because they're also getting affected by this as well. Like Gerard Butler, his entire house burned down.
Miley Cyrus and one of the Luke Hemsworth, or I don't know, the younger Hemsworth brother,
Movies,
the less attractive one.
famous movie sets are getting burned down.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
crazy.
It's nuts. It's nuts. And that's just the campfire. Here's some statistics for the Woolsey fire. 98,362 acres burned. 82% contained as of right now. Three fatalities confirmed. 713 structures destroyed. There's 50,000 or 57,000 more structures still in danger
Wow.
because it's approaching major residential areas.
It's wiping
And commercial
everything
areas.
clear.
Yeah.
Just cleaning up everything.
It's absolute devastation out there. Absolute devastation out there. And I just, you see a lot of things about it. You see a lot of these videos. You see a lot of this stuff, but you don't see a lot of the statistics that are involved in it. And like I said, I can't imagine that amount of land just gone. It's there, but it's just burnt to a crisp.
Burnt. I follow Joe Rogan, and I saw one post. His house was without power, and he's real big into hunting, and he has just freezers full of elk and deer meat. He opened up his house to all the local firefighters that were out there fighting the fires and told them, hey, I have no power. All this food is going to go bad. Cook it. And he was literally hosting hundreds of firefighters at his house, just cooking up deer steak and elk steak meals for him.
Yep.
And then he posted a photo. He was doing a trail run, and he said it's just there's nothing. All the trees, the brush, everything is gone.
They're saying, I saw a story, Dave Grohl had a cookout, a huge cookout for a lot of the firefighters.
Yep, I saw that too.
Sean White, he's a part owner of a hotel, like a pretty nice hotel out in that area.
Mm-hmm.
Part of it was burned, but a lot of it still stands. And he's offering that up as shelter for firefighters and people that have been affected by the fires. I saw that the Rams are giving a bunch of free tickets out to people that have been affected by the fires. So there's a lot of things going on out there that with people trying to help in different situations. But one thing that I saw,
how the hell is free tickets going to help somebody?
I mean, it's not
for the
but-
first responders.
Yeah, it's for the first
okay.
responders and stuff.
It's just
It's just a gesture.
a lot of the first responders that are out there, they come from over here. They come
Okay.
from all around
All
the
over,
world. So
yeah.
they're away from their families during the holidays trying to fight these fires. So it's just expressing some gratitude for
Well,
what
I've talked about it, I think, at least once before on the show, but there's also a lot of nonviolent offender prisoners out there fighting the fires as well. There's a lot of programs specifically out in California that have programs in their prisons that let people go out and fight these fires.
Gotcha.
It's pretty incredible. They do it for like $1 a day, basically.
Yeah.
It's
You're
nuts.
you're also getting professional athletes like offensive tackle Andrew Whitworth from the Rams. He's donating his game checks to help.
Yep, I saw that
with
too.
that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Another thing that I saw late last night that was kind of sad, and I didn't really think about it, was the wildlife that is left out there. When I'm talking about, I saw a video last night of this coyote that was walking around out there, and his paws were like really bad burned, and just desperately searching for food, and deer looking for food, and there's no food anywhere. Like everything's burnt to a crisp. So people are asking people if you have hay, straw, anything that these animals could possibly eat. Just if you throw it out there, whatever. It's just kind of, it's a crazy thing that we don't even think about in this situation, but it's still happening. It's nuts.
They're walking around confused because everything that was around them is now gone.
It's gone. Their
There's,
homes are gone too.
yeah.
Their homes are gone too, just like these people. It's nuts.
I saw a photo of wildlife walking right up to the firefighters,
Yeah.
like looking for food
Yeah.
or looking for something
Scared.
to drink.
They're bugging out. Like,
Yeah.
what do we do? You think about all the people that had to leave their like pets behind, and people that own horses and things of that nature out there. It's like, it's really nuts. The second story that I wanted to talk about, I haven't really seen much coverage on it, but I found it very upsetting and frustrating to me. Jamel Robinson, 26 years old, working on early Sunday at Manny's Blue Room, a bar in a predominantly black Chicago suburb of Robbins, Illinois. He was working there as a security guard.
I remember this story.
Working there as a security guard. A patron who was part of a drunken group that had been kicked out had returned with a gun at 4 a.m. and opened fire. According to the Chicago Sun-Times, several people were shot. Jamel Robinson, who was armed at the time, grabbed one of them, held him down, and waited for police, according to witnesses. When police arrived, they shot Jamel Robinson
And killed him.
And this guy was a father to a 9-month-old child. He helped numerous churches in the area. He was a musician, so he performed with
Cops
a lot of...
killed him.
Cops killed him.
He was doing his
He was
job.
a security guard.
He was a security guard, licensed firearm, using it for the job. He was literally that hero with a gun that we've talked about. If there was somebody at this movie theater, at this school, or at this place, or at this bar, or this club, that somebody had a gun, none of this would have happened. But that's exactly what happened here, and he was shot and killed by police. And I understand that it was a mistake, and I understand that I'm sure that this officer probably feels really terrible about it. But, like, the fact remains that, like, this is a fucking problem, and this is a fucking real shame. this story. Like the more I read about him, the more upset I was. He's just a great dude, and he was a security guard with hopes of becoming a police officer eventually. And it's just a really fucked up, shitty story. Really fucked up, shitty story. And I feel like it's not getting much attention right now. There's so much going on right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. So I understand that too. And the mainstream media only focuses on a couple things.
I'm curious to see if they're going to release like the body cam footage, to show everything, because everything that's come out about this guy, he was literally being the hero. He subdued one of the gunmen and was holding them down, waiting until cops to get there. The cops get there, see this black guy with a gun holding somebody on the ground, and they shoot and kill him.
Yeah. Absolutely
There's
crazy.
no reason around how this all happened.
Right.
Did he have a security shirt on?
Yeah, he was all decked out. He was at work. He had a hat on. He had everything from what I saw.
And they just arrived and shot him and killed him.
Well, they arrived. They saw a gun. And, yeah, they shot. Like, that can't happen. Like, for the good guy with a gun argument to be there, which I'm a supporter. Like, I get it. I understand, like, the right to bear arms, the right to legally carry. We've talked about this numerous times on this show. I'm down with people owning guns, but if you're going to be that good guy with a gun, are you going to hesitate if you're not white? Like, I have a major fucking problem with this. This guy, numerous people were shot. He's saving lives and apprehending one of the people involved. It's not like he just let him get away. And it's just a real fucked up situation.
Yeah, it's not even like there was an active gunfight going on when the cops got there.
Right. And witnesses were shouting at the cops, he's security, he's security.
Yeah.
Like, that's a major problem. It's a problem.
So I think the problem goes to the cop on this one. Hands down.
Yeah. Oh, and that there's apparently a new district attorney in Dallas. Remember the story that we talked about a while ago with that lady cop that went into the dude's apartment and shot him?
Yes.
Allegedly thinking that it was hers.
Yep.
He's newly elected, and he apparently is willing to try her for murder. The cop.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that, cops, that's their job to carry guns and use them. But if they use them in a means when they shouldn't, they need to be held on the same level as a civilian.
I agree 100%. Kev, what do you think?
I'm tired of this. You're bringing down the mood.
I can't help it, Kev. We live in a crazy time.
Well, let's change the fucking topic then.
All right, we're gonna go on break. When we come back, we have What's the Point, late review, and This Week in History.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, we'll be right back.
What up, guys? It's co-host Kev from Might Be News. Check out Relatable Radio, another great show on MDNnetwork.com. We're also on Spotify Radio, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iTunes, and SoundCloud. Check it out, guys.
All right, good job, Kev, on that cool commercial read.
Thanks, bro.
We're going to be doing that from now on. We're going to be doing commercial reads because I'm a terrible producer.
And lazy.
Lazy. I don't feel like making new commercials.
It's not like you got another 3 shows behind, 4 shows, 5 shows
Yeah.
behind us.
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't feel
what
like
was it,
making
2
new...
seasons ago, we only had 1.
Yeah. Yeah. But dude, it's incredible. We had Tom McCarthy, the voice of the Phillies, on Might Be Sports last week, which was incredible. We talked about a lot more than just the Phillies off-season stuff, free agency stuff. We were asking him about broadcasting and doing different things, so go check that out. But that's a huge interview for us.
Yeah, you totally botched that one dude's name.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know shit about baseball.
Why does everybody else have cool guests on their show besides us?
We've had a couple.
We
cool
are
guests
the
on our
flagship.
show. We are the flagship. We've had a couple cool guests. I mean, Tom McCarthy's the biggest name we've had yet. I don't know. Yeah, maybe you should nail us a big ass guest.
I'm trying.
Go out there and get us something.
Yeah, what happened with Bert Kreischer?
I can't, Bert. If you're listening to this, I've been hollering at you on Twitter for how many weeks now? Come on, man.
And then, like I said earlier in the show, this week we have Chris Rabb on the Novak and Franz show. Very entertaining show. Very entertaining episode. We recorded it last week already, and it's really good.
Does he talk about Kiki?
Yes, he does.
Does he really?
Yes, he talks about actually where the name Kiki came from. He talks about the actual cat Kiki and what happened to that cat, and it's pretty. There's some pretty awesome topics that we talk about, like some behind the scenes things that happen.
You bring that up to him? Who brings it up?
No, a caller asked him about it, and then I brought up the fact that my brother John, and I literally talked like that for like 2 years straight, which is so funny. So there's a bunch of good stuff in that episode coming up Thursday on Thanksgiving, so make sure you tune in for that. It's just, I've been absolutely blown away with how well all the shows have been doing. Huge shout out to everybody that's involved in Relatable Radio. Speaking of, in Might Be News Network, Relatable Radio is doing great. Might Be Sports is doing great. We got Might Be Brews doing great now. Yeah, it's just fantastic. Novak and Franz obviously is a smash hit. And talking about Thanksgiving, I'm very thankful for everybody that's involved. Everybody kind of dedicates their time to this. We don't get paid to do this, not yet. It's just something that we all enjoy doing, and I get to see everybody get better and better every single week, and that includes you, Danny.
Me?
Not Kev.
Nope.
Kev is like a strong, steady, shitty.
3. I'd rather go with 3.
A strong, steady, shitty.
I'm just kidding. Kev, I'm thankful for everybody else but you.
Okay.
And we're going to get on with what's the point? Here we go. What's the point?
Is there a point to this? What is your point?
Are you just going to sit there and look stupid?
All right. Week 13. Kev, what's your point?
So I saw this. My wife brought it to my attention, and I saw it, and I was like, dude, I got to talk about it because it's really going to get you going.
Okay.
Really going to get you going.
Oh, geez.
So the awards for Game of the Year and whatever have come out.
Yeah.
Best storytelling game, God of War. Best mobile game. I mean, they have best mobile game.
Which is so
of the
crazy.
year.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Dude, Players Unknown Battleground.
Okay. I always call it Battleground or whatever.
PUBG. That's what it is.
That's so stupid.
PUBG. Best co-op game, and you got in on this, right? Monster Hunter World.
Yeah. Yep.
You really like that game.
Yeah, I liked it. It was good.
Xbox Game of the Year was Forza. PlayStation Game of the Year, God of War.
Okay.
That was dude, a beautiful game. But Game of the Year all around. Game of the Year, Fortnite.
So corny.
Beat out.
That's so
Red
corny.
Dead Redemption.
You're kidding.
Fortnite. Dude, you got to really think about it. Dude, these guys, this game is still going strong. And think about how long it came out, but how long ago it came out. But I was just even talking to my son about it. My son's like, dude, Dad, can we go to GameStop and get a PlayStation points card so we can buy something on Fortnite? And I'm thinking to myself, I was like, dude, since how long ago have you gotten this game? And I'm thinking how much money we've dumped into this game for the different skins and the different dances and dude, all the different stupid shit that you can buy in this game. I've dumped more into this free game, quotation marks, free game, than a regular game that I bought for $60. I think we're up to $80.
I'm right there with you. My boys are the same way. Like Thursday when it snowed, I was stuck at work, so Landon was out shoveling. So I got home and I said, "Hey, thanks for shoveling the sidewalk in my parking spot. Here's $5."
Right.
All right, can we go to Wawa and get a gift card so I can put it on my phone and buy some stuff on Fortnite? Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, non-stop.
Yeah. It's so crazy. And, like, I downloaded it just to try it. Like, this was months and months ago. And I played the training, and I was like, yeah, okay, it's okay. A little demo or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is cool. And then I get in there with, like, real people, mostly probably little fucking kids that suck at life but are great at this game, and I was like, nope, not for me.
You got murked so fast
Instantaneously. I don't even know what I'm doing. I gotta build this and build that and shoot this, and no way.
See, that's what kind of turns me off, like watching, like, my boys, they love Ninja. Ninja is the top Fortnite player in the world. He was on the cover of ESPN magazine, the first video gamer on the cover of ESPN magazine. But, like, I see them watching him on YouTube and seeing how he's just, like, running places and, like, just out of nowhere builds these stairs and climbs up really high and then flies down and is shooting people. I'm like, I don't get it.
It's dumb.
It's really cool, and it's cool that people can play on all these different platforms and that it's quote unquote free until you realize that if you want to look cool in the game or have the coolest hammer or
dance
whatever
moves,
you gotta spend mommy and daddy's money for that shit. But, like, I don't know, man. There's so many better games that I played this year. Spider-Man and Red Dead for sure.
Guess what?
Fuck them.
Guess what? None of those kids are playing those games.
I don't give a shit.
They're
you know
all
what?
Still playing Fortnite.
All those kids probably suck.
You're probably right.
Probably right.
Those kids do suck.
Like, probably suck. Not your guys' kids, but everybody else's kids suck.
My kids suck too. I love them to death, but
I've been, like, reading all this stuff about what's expected to come out for this Red Dead Online shit, and it sounds crazy.
Well, it can't even get Game of the Year next year.
I don't care. It's my game of my life. Danny, what's your point?
All right, I'm talking about the famous New Jersey couple who became famous for raising hundreds of thousands of dollars for the homeless man. Sure, everybody's heard about the story. We've talked about it on Might Be News Network.
Couple times.
It was part of our good news story, and then it was a follow-up because lady was driving down I-95. She ran out of gas. Homeless man came up, last $20, bought gas for her. They made it a GoFundMe, and they raised $400,000. Good news. So weeks went by. They ended up buying this guy a camper. They bought him a truck to pull the camper, and they parked it on their property, which I thought was kind of weird to begin with. And then it comes out that he is saying that they spent all the money. So now everybody's feeling sorry for this guy again because he was supposed to have all this money and now he has nothing. And the couple were saying, oh, well, we're not going to give him all this money because he's going to blow it. Fast forward to, what was it, last week that the news came out?
Yeah.
Everything was made up. The whole story.
Thing. Yeah.
Mark D'Amico, Kate McClure, and Johnny Bobbitt Jr. are all going to be facing charges, including conspiracy and theft by deception. They are all looking at facing 10 years in jail.
Yeah.
Get them.
So
go get them.
Johnny Bobbitt Jr. is an actual homeless guy.
Right.
Kate and Mark were out somewhere and they came up with this bright idea how to get hundreds of thousands of dollars and live this lavish lifestyle. So they made this whole story up and they went out and they bought brand new BMWs. They're out traveling the world, spending all this money.
One of them posted about something like this years ago on like Twitter or something, like get rich quick plan. You know, just do this and do that. And then, like, because investigators uncovered all this shit because the homeless guy was bringing it to court.
That's the only reason.
Yep.
If they would have given this homeless guy enough money, he would have kept his mouth shut.
Yeah.
But they didn't, so he stepped up and said, hey, they owe me all this money. And then all the digging, they found out that the whole story was made up.
Right.
And it sucks because, I mean, GoFundMe is stepping up and they're saying, hey, if you donated to this, we're going to give you your money back.
Right.
But it's GoFundMe is used for people who are in, situations like this to help other people. And now this is going to deter people from wanting to help others.
Right. Right.
Because of these dirt bags.
Well, and you think about
Pure
it, it's like those.
dirtbags.
It's like you see news stories about this occasionally, where it's like the people out there begging and stuff, but they're actually not. Like that's a job
Yeah.
for them. Like that's just how they get, money. It's a crazy thing. Crazy thing.
Just they have the audacity to make up that kind of story and get that much money and just go around and just live this lavish lifestyle off of other people's monies. It's just scum of the earth, man.
I'd do it.
Unbelievable.
I'd do it.
Unbelievable shit.
Kev.
So,
I'm kidding.
they'll pull this recording years from now after your get rich quick scheme works. So my point this week, I mentioned it on Might Be Sports last week, but I just wanted to mention it again on this show. Last week we lost a icon in the world of superheroes comics. Stan Lee passed away last week. And I just wanted to say he was born December 28th, 1922.
Holy shit, he was old.
Yeah. Stan Lee went on to work for the company that would eventually become Marvel Comics with artist Jack Kirby. Lee launched the superhero team, the Fantastic Four, in 1961.
Wow.
And he was soon responsible for creating popular characters like Spider-Man, the X-Men, Hulk, and Thor,
Holy shit.
along with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds more.
Spider-Man's the most notable.
Spider-Man, and X-Men are probably his most notable short,
Yeah.
most overall popular. Certainly with like the movies and different animated series and things like that.
I know when Stanley's mentioned, though, like I think Spider-Man right away.
Yeah. Yep. Well, and he was only married once, and she died last year. And he said in an interview that like Peter Parker and Mary Jane's relationship is based on his relationship with his wife when he first met his wife and stuff. So like, they asked him like, what character did he connect with the most that he created? And his answer was always Spider-Man. But he also created the Avengers, Captain America, Iron Man, all of these. It's so crazy. And he created a universe that ends up being a sandbox for unlimited other writers and illustrators and movie producers and video game creators, and just an endless sandbox for people to play in and just mold and create different stories for these characters that were created so long ago. And I mean, because you think about it, there's been a ton of Marvel movies that all led up to this Avengers Infinity Wars, and there's going to be a bunch more later and all this stuff. There's been a ton of Spider-Man movies, whether they've been connected to this specific, rendition or not. But those started years ago for us, and they were really crazy when they first came out. I mean, the X-Men movies have been around forever. Wolverine first appeared in The Incredible Hulk, which was created by Stan Lee. I mean, Wolverine growing up was my favorite comic book character out of everything, out of everybody. Yeah,
He's corny.
You're corny. You're corny.
Yeah, say that to Brian Dawkins.
Yeah, straight up. Weapon X.
Wolverine's corny.
You're fucking corny.
Guy's got knives that shoot out of his fucking knuckles. How is that corny?
Yeah, and he's also invincible.
Yeah.
Stupid.
And that's corny?
yeah.
Jealous. But I mean, it's just an incredible legacy that he leaves behind. And it shaped a huge part of my childhood, of my life. I've always been a comic nerd. I've always been into all these movies. Like, I know that you guys don't watch all of them. I've seen every single one multiple times. They're just very entertaining to me, and it brings me back to a certain time in my life. Just reminiscing on all of those things. And it's just an incredible, incredible thing that he did for the world. I mean, these comics, they go everywhere. I signed up months ago for this Marvel Unlimited app on my phone. I can read all these comics. It's just so cool. And in my free time, I'm reading comics. And somewhere deep inside of that is Stan Lee, which is super dope. Always been a fan, always will be a fan. Rest in peace, Stan Lee. So here we go with our late review. Ready? I know it's a little late, but
You're just hearing about this?
Can't believe I'm just hearing.
Why didn't I know about this sooner?
all right. My late review just came out last Friday, so it's not very late. I've been hyping this album up nonstop. I have been excited about it for months and months and months. And it's finally here. Anderson .Paak, Oxnard. I fucking love this guy. I fucking love everything he's done. This is his third solo album. He's also got a side project called No Worries. He's in a band. It's just absolutely phenomenal musician. The Free Nationals is his band. Absolutely phenomenal musician. He drums, he sings, and on this album he raps quite a bit. Very, very good. It's like a breath of fresh air. I'm glad that I didn't overhype this because I definitely don't feel like I did. I've been hyping it for months, but it's better than I thought it was going to be. I'll tell you that right now.
How many times did you listen to it cover to cover?
5 times. I'm on 6 now.
And it just came out when?
Friday.
Wow.
I had a road trip Saturday, so I had some time to just like listen to it repeatedly. Jackie listened to it as well. She's an Anderson .Paak fan as well. She liked this album a lot. It's his best one. It's his best one yet. And to me, his progression of albums, it's gotten better each time. And if I really hope that he continues with that natural progression because this album is fucking fire. It's 14 songs. It comes to 56 minutes. He's got some incredible features on here. Kendrick Lamar's on here. Dr. Dre's on here. Pusha T's on here. Snoop Dogg's on here. J. Cole, Q-Tip, BJ's The Chicago Kid. It's an incredible album. I'm going to give it a solid 9.5.
Wow.
And Jackie asked me yesterday, what would give it that extra 0.5? What would make it an instant classic to me? And realistically speaking, there's just a couple songs that the beats just don't fit with me. I like them, I like them now. Like as I've listened to them more, I enjoy them more. And they get less abrasive, I guess, as they go along. And even those 2 songs that I'm not specifically a huge fan of, Anderson .Paak destroys them lyrically. The 2 songs that I wasn't a huge fan of upon my first listen are both produced by Dr. Dre, and most likely the reason that I wasn't feeling them at first is because Dr. Dre reinvents himself every time he does anything. So it's probably just him being so innovative and crazy off the wall that it just struck me as abrasive at first. You know what I'm trying to say? So like as I listened to it more, I kind of got into it a little bit more. And it's not an instant classic to me, but it's a classic. 9.5. Absolutely fucking wonderful. I strongly urge anybody who's a fan of music in general to go check this out. Again, Anderson .Paak, Oxnard. Get it. It's on iTunes and every fucking where. Just YouTube it. God damn it. Song with Pusha T is so dope. The song with J. Cole might be my new favorite Anderson .Paak song overall. It's a phenomenal fucking album. It's very thoughtful. There's a lot of like deep-seated things that he wanted to talk about on this album that he gets off his chest. A lot of talk about inspiration. There's the song with Q-Tip is a song dedicated to the recently deceased Mac Miller, and Q-Tip raps about Fife. So they rap about, losing people that they cared about in this music thing. And like Anderson .Paak talks about how, how could I tell Mac Miller to slow down when I'm doing the same thing he was doing? And it's like this deep thing that's like, he takes you through the psyche of where he's been these past few weeks since Mac Miller passed away. And it's just really, really fucking good.
You like Mac Miller?
I like some of it. I'm not like a huge fan, but stuff that I've heard I like. Yeah.
Did you check him out before he died?
Yeah, I did. And I was like, yeah, like it's good. I like a lot of the beats that he went on. I like a lot of his lyrical, flows and stuff like that. I cannot say though that I took the time to listen to any of his albums like cover to cover.
Gotcha.
So, Danny, what do you got this week?
So I am actually going to review Kev's point from, what was it, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah.
He did a review of McDonald's new...
My point was McDonald's. I didn't do you were reviewing.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Your point was their new breakfast menu with the triple stack sandwiches. This morning, I had to run to the grocery store real quick, and my boys asked me to stop at McDonald's and get some pancakes. And I saw it right there, right on the menu, triple stack McGriddle. And I said, you know what? I'm going to give it a fucking try. As a fat guy, I was very happy. Very happy. So I got the McGriddle with...
It's big on the menu. It's big. Like,
yeah.
you can't miss it on the menu.
Yeah.
It's there.
I got the McGriddle. It had two things of sausage, a thing of bacon, American cheese, an egg on the McGriddle cakes, whatever they are. They're made from God. That's all I know. And it was incredible. I was so happy because you get like one of those small breakfast sandwiches from McDonald's, and as a big guy, it takes two to fill me up. Not this. I almost had trouble finishing this.
Yeah.
It was so fucking good.
That's awesome.
So thank you for making that your point.
What do you give it out of 10?
I'm going to give it, it is McDonald's. I'm going to give it
salivating right now.
I'm drooling. Sorry. I'm going to go get one after here too. I'll give it an 8.
Very good.
It was good.
Very
I
good.
got a point.
I was just going to skip over you so you didn't seem unprofessional. So
no, I've been grinding extra hard at work and I don't have a point.
A review.
So get off my
Kev's doing some big things at work, getting some great reviews at work with the corporate bosses. So
yes, sir.
good for you,
well.
Kev. Keep up the
Going
good work.
I'm really glad that you're good at something, Kevin.
Thanks.
Really glad that you're good at something.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah,
Thank
dude,
you.
Seriously, great job at being a dickhead.
Yep. Dude, that's what I am.
For sure.
I'm a professional dickhead.
Yeah, you're a professional dickhead. What do you got for this week in history?
November 19th, 1990. Milli Vanilli's Grammy Award was taken away after they discovered they did not do their own singing. November 21st, 1973. 18 and a half minute gap in the Richard Nixon Watergate tapes was released. November 22nd, 1963, John F. Kennedy was assassinated while riding in a motorcade in Dallas. November 24th, 1971, D.B. Cooper parachutes from a Northwest Airlines flight with over $200,000 in cash.
Wow.
And that's what I got.
Excellent job. Great job this week, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to both of you. I hope you guys have a great day with your families.
Thanks,
I hope
you as
your
well.
turkey tastes terrible.
I hope your turkey explodes in the oven. Hope it just fucking sucks ass. Jackass. So yeah, I'm thankful for everybody but Kev. Everybody have a great rest of the week. Again, tune in tomorrow for Relatable Radio. We're going to talk about all kinds of Thanksgiving shit and relatable Thanksgiving things. Might be sports. I don't know what we're doing there this week, but Novak and Franz is going to be epic. So please definitely check that out. As well, go back and listen to everything else that we came out with in the past few weeks. It's nuts. Might Be Bruised is kicking ass. Everybody's kicking ass. We're on Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, iTunes Podcast. We're everywhere now.
Why didn't the turkey cross the road?
It's too chicken.
Oh, shit.
You did that a couple weeks ago.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Dickhead.
Professional. Get it right.
All right, guys. Have a great week. Peace out, Kev.
Bye.
Peace out, Danny.
Peace out.
All right, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. See you next time.